Hi everybody, we're here, this is the fifth one I do believe that we're doing. I'm going to introduce myself. I know that most everybody that's watching this knows me already, but there are some people out there that haven't. I'm Jay Webb, my wife's Misty Webb, so now you know who we are, or at least you know our names, and you know where we live, so you pretty much know us. This is the last week in January. They have got the ceiling pretty much finished to the point to where they can't do any more until the house gets leveled, which is what we're going to do this week. There's going to be another video this week that I'm putting together. Me and my dad are making they call it a bunyip, or an Egyptian water level. It's just basically a tube full of water. It's what the Egyptians used to level everything back in the day 4,000 years ago. And we're going to use the same thing to level this house, just because it's extremely affordable to do, and it's very, very accurate, because water levels is what everything is based off of. Laser levels, everything have to be calibrated off of water, because water finds natural level with the center of the earth, so it's always going to be level. So that's going to be what there'll be another video this week that you'll get to see, so we're pretty excited about that. We're gonna go in here and take a look around. This is the inside of the house now. It's all cleaned up in here, pretty well cleaned up. We've got new ceilings up, which are really neat. We'll show you that here in a minute. This is starting to look like a place, like an actual place. We're here in the living room, as you can see. We've got the really awesome new vaulted ceiling now. I'm standing on scaffolding that they've erected, temporary scaffolding that they've erected to work on the ceiling up here. This is the crown jewel of this house, I do believe, at this point. We've got these big vaulted ceilings now. We've got the big beam that separates the kitchen and the living room. And now we've got these big 2x6 joists up here that vault this ceiling up to, I'm guessing 15 foot, 10 foot, and another, probably 13 foot. I mean, it takes the ceiling all the way up to 13 foot. So when you walk in that front door, this is it. This is what you see, this big vaulted area. And the whole reason that we vaulted this ceiling, we were going to leave it flat the entire way across, but the entire reason is because of that little window that's framed out right here in the eave. You can walk over here, be safe, safety. This window right here is going to be, I don't know if you can see it or not, but this little window, this little opening up here is going to be a little window that goes to that you can see from the outside. It's an addition that Misty came up with. A really good idea, because it's gonna I guess crown the big window at the bottom. It'll be the topper for it. So it's gonna be really awesome with that window there. But now, with the ceiling vaulted, before, this window would have been in the attic, and that's completely useless. You can do that, but it's completely useless as far as a functioning window. Now, it'll actually be a functional window that will provide light into the living room, into the living area. This is really neat. This stuff is going to be gorgeous whenever I get the wood on it, whenever I put the wood on it, because all the ceilings throughout the entire house will be wood. They didn't finish on that side because they can't go down to the wall and connect it to the exterior wall yet, because that exterior wall isn't level. He said that if he tried to put that on there, it would move too much and it would mess up the structure. So we're going to be leveling the house this week. So as you can see right there, that's where the ceiling is going to make the transition from 10 foot and slope down to 8 foot. That's how we're going to have the 10-foot ceilings throughout the house, with 8-foot walls on the outside walls. It's going to look awesome. I saw it in a house just the other day. I walked in and I realized, hey, these are 10-foot ceilings with an 8-foot exterior wall. It looks awesome. It looks really good. Here's the big window at the end of the hall. The last video I realized that you couldn't see it, even when I was standing in it, how big it was. It was also very dark. That's the 7-foot window at the end of the hallway. I'll stand in it again just for effect. I'm 6 foot 6'3", something like that. So you can tell it's a 7-foot window. Yeah, that's a really tall window. It's very muddy outside right now. It rained a good 2-3 days last week. That's why there's not much that's changed this time. I don't know, they got the ceilings in one day, so they were really busting tail to get it done, which is really nice to see. But yeah, it's a mud pit around here. Absolute mud pit. There's since they scraped it all off, there's a lot of really low spots that aren't going to be that low, that are really nasty. So we're hoping that it dries up by Tuesday, which is 2 days from now. So we're really hoping that works out. But yeah, that's the reason that it hadn't seen much change. I'm hoping that next week we'll have a lot more to show, but I highly doubt it because we're doing leveling, and you can't really see the effects of that as easily as you can the actual wood going up. This is the end of it. Glad you guys are still watching. Seems like some of the videos have kind of fallen off on popularity on people watching them, but that's okay. We're still having a lot of fun doing them. And with Jay Tyree behind the camera, he's knocking all the rust off, so it's a lot of fun. We look forward to showing you the rest of this, so we'll see y'all guys next week.